All right, my Facebook great people joining me on my Aisha Speaks Jade Facebook motivational page. Blessings, greetings, and peace once again. I am doing a makeup live audio for Friday, July the 13th, 2018. I hope everybody's doing well this evening. And again, as always, I thank you for tuning in with me, whether I'm doing a makeup video or if you actually hear me doing a current one, audio, or you physically see me. Thank you for all of your support. I really, really appreciate it. So I'm just going to jump right in this evening. What I'm going to be speaking about this evening is ways to stay focused in a world full of distractions. So I don't know about you guys, but I sometimes have some definite problems with staying focused. Life can just get so consuming for me that if I'm not organized or if my mind is just not there and is everywhere else, focusing is just not my priority. So I think a lot of you should be able to relate to what I'm saying. So I want to say a little quote and hope that you guys can relate. So this quote is, in every success story, the longest chapter is the one about determination. Sit on that for a minute. I'm going to say it again. In every success story, the longest chapter is the one about determination. So again, I'm going to speak about ways to stay focused in a world full of distractions. And before I continue to go further, just let me know if you're joining me live or if you're going to be listening to the replay. Just leave in the comment box that you can hear me. I just want to make sure that you guys hear what I'm saying. So with being focused, while success demands many things from us, willpower and determination always comes up at the top of the list. And it definitely comes up at the top of my list. Many people believe that we are born with determination, and those that succeed are simply the fortunate ones who are born with an abundant supply. But if you ask any successful person, they will tell you that they were not born with more determination. They always find a way to harness and use what they have more effectively. So here are 5 ways to harness your determination and stay focused. The first would be set up your day the night before. Before you go to sleep, make some basic decisions about what you will do tomorrow, such as what you will wear, what you will eat for lunch, and the route you will take to work. It is easier to pack a healthy lunch the night before than to decide what you are going to have with whatever food it says here to have with a hot dog vendor parked in front of your workplace. So I don't know about you guys and how your pocket is set up, but preferably I would like to make my lunch the night before. And I used to be really on top of that. But again, something can trigger me, and I don't mean, it doesn't have to be necessarily bad. Something can just take my mind off of what I am supposed to be doing. I get off focus and I'm running around in the morning trying to figure my life out. And that just throws my morning completely off. Then I'm like, for the rest of the day, trying to make sure I regroup myself. So if you can set your night up before, as far as what you're going to take for lunch and breakfast, both or one, what you're going to wear, I think it's smarter to do that. Some people can just get up and they day can just flow when they get up in the morning, last minute, and do stuff. And that's good. I can't always. And I have to practice what I preach, because there are days I'm good with it. And I got it together, and I be feeling so good when I get up in the morning. But then there are a lot more days that I'm running around Like, I don't know what's going on. Just fussing my own self out. So try to do it the night before if you can. The same applies when it comes to spending money. Decide on a budget and stick to it. Honestly, if you're on here, whether you watch this replay, how many of you guys are working on a budget? Like, honestly, be honest with yourself. How many people have a budget and you actually stick to it? Or are you that type of person like I am? Because I'm not always on a budget. So I'm going to be honest with myself and you guys. I'm just kind of going sometimes during the week, going with the flow. No, I shouldn't be spending the money that I be spending. But I have to take on that responsibility. Nobody else can. And I think budgets are good. It helps a lot of people manage things, and, you can get your personal finances in order. I appreciate you, Stephanie, for joining me tonight. Thank you. Make a decision the night before that you won't check your emails or surf the net before you have finished the more important tasks that need to be completed. Stick to your schedule, and at the end of the day, close your eyes for a few minutes and take in how good you feel to be in charge of your day. That sounds really good. Most of us, we're on the internet checking emails. We're doing everything else, knowing that we have other stuff that's more important than the internet that we should take care of first. But we have just, our mindsets, a lot of us have gotten really accustomed to, being on the internet, and we'll say to ourselves, yeah, I'll get to that other thing, later. I'll get to it later. And then later becomes a lot of times never. Getting into the habit of planning your day in advance will remove your easiest decisions from the table, making it easier to avoid getting sidetracked and wasting time and energy on small, unimportant things. 2, do the most difficult things first. The most difficult duties will not get easier the more we fret about them or put them off. We will only waste energy that would be better spent by just digging in. Get after the hardest job right away while you are still fresh and have the energy. So who can relate to this? Have you been that type of person that you just, you put off on doing things that's really important? Does that have to do with fear? Or you just don't feel like being bothered? Or you're just really a procrastinator? I can procrastinate. I can admit it. I have and still from time to time procrastinated. I don't know if it was necessarily fear for me, but, again, I've wasted my energy on other things instead of, just digging in and other things that were more important. See, again, I can be honest with myself. So I know a lot of people may not want to put their business, and I'm not looking for you to put your whole documentary on my comment box. But I think just taking ownership and responsibility for yourself, because nobody else can do it except it starts with you. I don't know. That just gives some kind of personal. I think it's really important to take ownership and accountability for yourself. Research, has shown that our minds are sharpest in the morning, and that it is when we should tackle the tough jobs. After these are out of the way, we can relax and take care of the more routine work that doesn't require much in the way of mental strain, ability, and energy. I'm going to read that again. Research has shown that our minds are sharpest in the morning, and that is when we should tackle the tough jobs. After these are out of the way, we can relax and take care of the more routine work that doesn't require much in the way of mental strain, ability, and energy. So that's a really great focus point. 3, eliminate distractions and time wasters. Real emergencies will come up, okay, because that's just a part of life, and we have to deal with them. The majority of situations that do come up to distract us are not emergencies and do not require us to respond right away. Many of these situations will resolve themselves on their own with time. So you really got to figure out, I guess for some of you, what's a real emergency and what's not. Responding to these requests immediately will only set you up to receive more. But not responding, you are sending a message that if you are strong-willed, focused person who is very busy, and over time you will be bothered less by trivial time wasting matters. That's one of my pet peeves. I cannot stand people to have my time wasted. Big, huge pet peeve for me, because I feel like if I'm giving you my time and my energy and my interest, and I'm really interested in, meeting, speaking with you, then I'm not here to waste your time, and I definitely don't want anybody wasting mine. So, yeah, time wasting, big pet peeve. 4, regenerate and keep up your energy. Take a quick break when working on something if you feel your energy fading. Take a brisk walk, run, stretch, or do whatever creates results for you to take a brief retreat from the work and regenerate. You will come back to your task with renewed vigor and a sharper mental focus, which I strongly encourage people to do. Because a lot of times, whether you're on a job or if you're working for yourself or even if you're in school, like life is going fast. Things are happening. Before you know it, like we're just doing so much and we get caught up. And yeah, you lose your energy. You become fatigued. You forget that you have to eat, breathe, sleep. And it's really healthy to, just take a break, because it's gonna be right there when you get back. Just take a few moments out of your time, rejuvenate, stretch your body, stretch your legs, take that walk or that run, or do something that's not do something that's not taking like even more energy out of you. So it's good to take small breaks. It does help you rejuvenate. It helps you to regroup. It helps you to focus. That's what we're talking about, focus. And it does it even helps with your mental. Instead of eating a large meal at lunch, snack on healthy foods such as fresh fruit and vegetables during the day. Drink lots of water and get into a regular exercise program. Arrange a routine with these matters so that you don't have to think about them. They just become part of your daily regimen, which is true. When you can plan, and when you can plan, it just makes it smarter, being organized. I know for me, I'm not always organized, and when I'm not, that just creates a lot of anxiousness, anxiety. Honestly, my mood changes. Of course, when you're not getting sleep, that makes it worse. When you're not eating as healthy as you can, that affects your energy, your mind, body, and soul. And so I'm learning as I go, to just make sure that I'm eating right, not, eating very heavy, but eating proportion. I do my best. It's not all the time, but definitely, when you get a little hungry, feel a little snacky, fruits and vegetables are very good. Definitely making sure that you have, drink lots of water, because drinking a whole lot of juices or sodas that have all of that sugar, it's really not doing you any good. It's really, at the end of the day, it's bringing you down. It's just really like a temporary fix. Exercising, you can do so many different things. You don't have to do anything strenuous. if you're a person who's sitting down a lot, you can just get up and you can do different exercises right at your desk, or walking. Walking's very good. So start off small and do something. And thank you, Uno, for joining me. Thank you. And number 5. So yes, self-care always. This, as far as keeping up your energy and eating right and snacking on fruits and veggies, maybe some different types of nuts, anything that's small, nothing big like you're eating dinner. I mean, you don't need to do that. And even when you do eat dinner, like, you don't have to pile it on. You can still just eat proportion, just, enough. You don't always have to go back and forth getting huge plates. And let us not have that mentality where, I grew up this way or that way. Okay, that was the past. This is the present. Let's try to change the mindset and think of healthier ways for our bodies. And 5, constantly remind yourself of your ultimate goals. Create a vision board, a mind movie, or some system that serves as a constant reminder of what you are working toward. The why behind the goal is crucial, as it will serve as a motivator. Suppose the reason that you want to earn 10, this is just an example. Okay, let me start over. Suppose the reason that you want to earn $10 million to start a school in a third world country. Have a clear vision of what the school would look like so you can imagine it on a regular basis. Set aside regular time daily, if only for 5 minutes, to visualize the goal. The more details you can put in, the better. Become emotionally involved with the visualization by putting music, videos, or anything that provides you with an emotional charge. The emotional connect is hugely important, as this will motivate you to keep moving toward your goal. So even though that was just an example, whatever your goal or your vision is, you have to have that real clear vision of whatever that is. And if that is creating a vision board, if that's doing some type of, writing it down, some type of system that works for you so that it's a constant reminder of what you are working towards, it'll keep you invigorated. It will keep you energized. It will keep you, you'll have a healthier mindset. You won't be thinking, you're going to have, is life. There are times where you're going to have negative thoughts, but if you just keep plugging and thinking and speaking and putting out there positive, you're going to get that back. I'm a true believer in that, even through the challenges that all of us has. And so I hope that this was very helpful. I hope these were good tips or tools for you, and that you can apply them to your life. If you're not already doing it, if you can apply it to your life. If you have if you have tips, tools, gems that you would like to share in the comment box, I definitely welcome all. Okay. And remember, it's about supporting. I support positive, like-minded people. I have to be honest. I don't support everybody because I just don't. I can't lie to you. Some people just are coming from a different perspective where I'm not. And that could be vice versa too. Maybe they won't support me. It is what it is. But if you're on that positive mind frame, you're about something, you have a vision, you have a goal, you're about supporting other businesses, definitely other small businesses, then let's get together and do that. The more in numbers where we're being supportive, great things, we can all benefit from it. So thank you again, good people. And I hope that you enjoy the rest of your evening. Always that I say, Make sure that you take care of your crown from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. Make sure you respect yourself and love yourself and know your worth. Okay, because it starts with you. Nobody else will see it if you don't see it. Please don't expect anyone to give it to you. You have to do it yourself. And you have to believe in yourself. Okay, and so with that said, again, enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a better tomorrow. With much gratitude, Ashe.